Hey guys, now it's time for Effleurage. I've got the mannequin here on the table because nobody wants to stay on the table that long, I don't think, so I don't have to keep somebody laying here for all the hours as I take multiple takes trying to get this just right. But to keep it simple, I'm just going to run through the strokes in the group, then I'll do the same for all the other groups. Let's just, without further ado, get started. First one, rectilinear. Rectilinear. Rectilinear is for flat areas, nice flat areas. And remember, our tool for rectilinear looks a little like this. Thumb extended, strong palm, fingers together. If we lose the thumb, we lose the palm. Strong, strong tool. Remember, all these tools are meant to be strong to last you a lifetime. So if I was going to do this, use this tool for effleurage, I'm going to first get to the flat areas on the back, the erectors. Now remember, don't forget to divide the spine in the 12th rib because we're working in quadrants following that lymph flow. I'm going to get into a horse stance for this one. A horse because it's a side-to-side movement. It's not a front-to-back movement. It's a side-to-side. Thumb is going to be lined up with the fibers. Line that thumb up with the fibers going straight up. It kind of is pointing the direction we're going or pointing the way that we came from, depending on which hand you're using. So I'm going to take this, lay it flat, effleurage, 2.5 second strokes. Let's start. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, off. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, off. Really that simple. Low back, it's partly flat because it's erectors, but look, it's kind of dippy. So we're going to use a different tool for the low back. But another place that we can use a rectilinear is the hamstrings. So 1 1,000, 2 1,000, off. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, off. See the horse stance moving back and forth. Now, I can take this rectilinear and turn it into a alternating rectilinear, but just using the other hand. This is mind-blowing stuff here, so watch this. I'm going to place this. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, off. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, off. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, off. It'd be the same thing down the thigh. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, off. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, off. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, off. Notice all the power and movements coming from my legs makes it very efficient. Now that's the basic beginning alternating rectilinear. If you get really good with the rectilinear and alternating rectilinear, what you can do is start and go 1 1,000, 2 1,000, off. I find that a lot of people have a hard time with the pressure because they're trying to go so fast they kind of bump. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, off. You have to be so careful to keep it light pressure. Otherwise, you change it from sedative to stimulative. And that's why I recommend that at first, you do the 2.5 seconds with each hand until you get really comfortable to where you can come in and keeping yourself still and switch. Very efficient, very quick. You get a lot more strokes on the back. You just have to be careful not to change the stroke from sedative to stimulative. If you feel like trying it, go for it. But practice first. So that's our rectilinear and alternating rectilinear. Now, if that was too fast going through the strokes, guess what? It's a video. Rewind. Start over again. Watch it again. I'm trying to keep these relatively short videos so you don't have to spend hours watching every single thing. Just the basics for these so you can review. Let's move on to a effleurage crescent. Remember, crescent is one of our 7 standard hand positions, and it looks a little like a C. I make a C with the hand. It's for round areas. Round areas like the brachium, the crus, could do the antebrachium, the medial lateral part of the thigh, the back. All of these are wonderful round areas. Biceps, anterior thigh, you know, the round areas of the body. There's a rule we need to remember that the thumb goes in line with the limb or the fibers, in line. The fingers, I'm going to do on this side so you can see, at a 45-degree angle. That's a crescent. It's supposed to stay that way. So I'm going to come on this side so you can see that even better. And I'm going to sit to try and be out of the way of the camera a little better so you can see thumb in line, fingers, 45-degree angle, 1 1,000, 2 1,000, off. 1 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, off. And I could take that anywhere else. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, off. Into the crust. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, off. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, off. Crust is a great place to talk about, can I do 2 crescents at the same time to cover more area? Oh, you betcha. Do it, do it. This works so well in the crust. I can put thumbs straight, 45-degree angle with the fingers, 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, off. Oh, and just go all day with that, or as many strokes are allowed by the group. Remember, nobody wants fingers in the crotch. So be very careful when doing that. Like our alternating combo, I'm not going to do a rectilinear and then shove my fingers with a crescent in here that you're about to learn. So here, I wouldn't push, I would pull. So that would be a sitting archer stance. You notice the crescent, we're in an archer stance. Did you catch that? Because we're doing a more, I like to say, a driving stroke, where we're pushing it forward, where rectilinear was a side to side or a horse stance. Another great place to do a double crescent, the arms. Nobody wants fingers in the armpit, so this is when I would pull it through. Now, I have a mannequin. I can't just move the arm out where I need it. It doesn't work as well as the actual human body. So move the arm out, make it comfortable, and then do that stroke. Notice how my hand just kind of conforms as it ends. How would you do crescent on the back? Well, we would still be in that upper quadrant, 12th rib, and I'm not going to push into the armpit. I'm going to corner the table. I'm going to sit, get in my stance, and then I'm just going to sit and pull that stroke this time. See how my hand conforms at the end. That way, I'm not shoving fingers in the armpit, making it much more comfortable for my client. So crescent, 2.5 seconds, like every other effleurage stroke, for round areas. Don't shove fingers, they don't belong. Got it? Let's move on to, next on the list is alternating combo. Ooh, yes. This is a good one that you can use to cover a lot of area very quickly. Alternating combo is simply a rectilinear followed by a crescent. Rectilinear followed by a crescent. Let's talk about it on the back. The easiest way to do it, in my opinion, is to use rectilinear with the hand that's closest to the client's glutes, and then crescent with the hand that's closer to the client's head. Here's why. When I do the rectilinear, nice flat, I'm going to take it up for the 2.5 seconds, and now this hand can reach, and as I reach, my whole body turns into a crescent, and then I sit. Let's do that again. Horse stance, 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, rectilinear. Turn, 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, crescent. See how the movements, and then when I'm done here, my bringing it back to a rectilinear turns me back into a horse stance. That's the beauty of the alternating combo. It kind of takes you where you need to go as you work. Another place you can use this, hamstrings. It's a great one for the hamstrings. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, off, turn, 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, off, 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, off, 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, off. See how I'm pulling and not shoving my fingers in? It's a great, great one. So alternating combo. It's a rectilinear followed by a crescent. Next, we have dorsal. Remember how I said this isn't as flat as we want it to be for rectilinear? This is a great area to use the dorsal tool. It's for dippy areas. And the dorsal tool looks a little like this. Okay? It's kind of hanging. We use this area or this area, depending on the flexibility of your wrist. To get to the low back, so we've been working the upper quadrant. To get to the lower quadrant, I'm going to turn and I'm going to corner the table. You see how my leg is around the table here. Let me come around this side. This leg is around the table. So that my inside leg is still back because it's closest. It's actually even closer because it's kind of invading the table right there. That's my inside leg. Outside leg. See that? So let me do it on this side so you can see the dorsal tool even better. I'm going to start at that 12th rib. Let it hang nice and easy. And like a record player, 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, off. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, off. Nice and smooth, taking it as far down the greater trochanter as I can. If your client's exceptionally tall, do you just reach? No. Step around the table. Okay? If they're really tall, you can step around the table, line up your flashlights, and then do the stroke. See how I can still be in alignment and do that? Works very, very well. Making sense, the dorsal? There's another area that is totally allowed for you to use dorsal, and that is the IT band. A great way to use this as well is with the alternating combo. Let me show you. So I can start with a rectilinear and turn into a crescent and then step really quick into a dorsal. Ooh, one more time. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, off, turn, 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, off, turn, 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, off. Ooh. I'm going to show you on this side as well, and I'll try not to put my back in the way. So I would start with this lower hand. This is not proper form because I'm trying to stay out of the way of the camera right now. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, off, turn, 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, off, and then turn, 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, off. Pretty cool, huh? Makes it so you can get coverage on the thigh very easily, very quickly. Our final tool in effleurage is rake. Rake. Rake is for in-between areas, to go like hairy areas, to go around things. So use this in the appropriate areas. On the back, the ribs. Now we can cheat and go this direction with the ribs because they have their own lymph drainage. So we can do that. So I'm going to turn, use my inside hand, 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, off. Just be mindful, it can be very ticklish on people. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, off. Relaxed, loose hand. Other places, of course, we can use it in between the metacarpals or metatarsals, whichever one in between areas. If there's, for some reason you're trying to avoid, say they have a bandage on, you can't just do a dorsal, and you can use the rake to get around that bandage. It's pretty nice. Just be careful not to tickle your client because some people are very ticklish with the rake. And that's effleurage. Quick review. Hopefully this video isn't too long. If you missed something or you didn't quite understand it, watch it again. If that doesn't help, come see me. All right, there's effleurage. Next, ringing.